funny, I'm recording.
So, 3 days after we got back from the desert, we realized we didn't get the trip that we wanted. So we are off to the mountain. So we're on our second overlanding trip in 5 days. This one's a little bit different. We didn't get the trip that we...
This is why
I don't know if the mic picked that up, but it's always a fucking dodge. Anyway, so our last overlanding trip, we went to the desert, not enough trees for us, so this time we're going to the mountain. Here are some of the things that we're gonna be doing different. Mountain is a lot higher, it's gonna be a lot colder, like way colder, and it rained yesterday, so there might be a little bit of snow. We're gonna try to pick up some firewood, and we're gonna try to have an actual campfire. Okay, ready in. We just made our first stop. We still have about 30 minutes to the trailhead, but this is the last town that we're gonna see. So we have to pick up firewood and maybe any other supplies, but I don't think we forgot anything. I'm in a short sleeve shirt right now and I have to put my sweater on, and it's only 1:30. Very pretty though. Very, very pretty. I can't wait to get to our campsite. Jules is doing her little keep me warm dance. It's gonna be cold at night. It's gonna be pretty cold. All right, let's go get some firewood. All right, we just picked up firewood and we're finally back on the road. We have about 25 minutes until the trail head, and then we're gonna tire down, get on the trail, and then look for a camp spot. Oh my gosh, the pavement is ending! Okay, so in the middle of my monologue, we are now off-roading. Just got onto the trail and now we look for a campsite. We're definitely on the trail because we're inside the forest now. There's a huge rock. We want to find camp or a campsite within the next 30 minutes so that we can set up our tent and we can set up everything and have some sort of light before it goes just pitch black.
hungry.
And she's hungry. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll be fine. Found a nice little camp spot, very flat. It was pretty rough getting here. I think if you're in a Jeep you can make it, but if you're in anything else you're gonna have a pretty tough time, so I feel kind of safe. Remember to always park your car in the direction that you came in, so if you get attacked you can leave. stupid Ziploc thing on this broke, so I can't seal it, so I have to like keep it like this. We're finally at the eating part, which is good. We're gonna have some warm food. This is chicken pad thai. We've never had it before. We threw out the peanuts. Usually we don't really like peanuts in our food. The only person that likes peanuts in our family is Wendy. Ew. Ew. Now I have to cook. Alright, so we just got done eating. I would not recommend that pad thai flavor, but as you can see, freaking beautiful. It's golden hour, but that also means we're gonna lose the sun soon. I think we have about 20 minutes, so we're gonna get our lights up and then we're gonna just huddle up in the tent and just try to warm our bodies up. But next time we come out, I'm probably gonna be cooking. Interestingly enough though, I don't know if... But anyway, I talked too long. It is, you see that? 5:18. Not even 5:30 yet, and it's pitch black. We have every one of our layers on. Jules is next to our little heater. Wendy has all her layers on. I have my headlamp on. We tested our Jeep power supply, and so we know the heated blanket works, which is freaking awesome. So I hope we get to sleep warm tonight. But other than that, I think we're all done. And it's kind of crazy to think about how far Jules and I have come when it comes to camping. We were never really big campers when we met. We liked nature and we liked traveling, but camping was never really on our list. And we actually started with yurt camping, which isn't even really camping. You just go to a yurt with a sleeping bag. But then from there, it was like, oh, we tried a yurt. Why don't we try an actual campsite with an actual tent? And then from there, we went to a campsite without water. And then from there, we went to a campsite without a bathroom. And now we're like overlanding at a campsite that is just a flat piece of land. Yeah. And we're set. We have warmth, we have food, we have water, we know how to take care of Wendy. We like put a bell on her so she warns all the bears away. It's very interesting how we got here. And I guess that's what progress is, right? You just start somewhere and then you ease your way into the next one. I think if I tried something like this on our first camping trip, she would have never followed me to the next one, to be honest, because it is not comfortable. But because we took it like one small step at a time, we were able to adjust and adjust and adjust and adjust. And so I'm just very grateful about how far we've come. And it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. I guess I'm just very thankful I can be doing this with someone who supports me doing this.
Or your wife?
I'm literally saying thank you about my wife, and she's like, I don't like how you said that. But anyway, we're gonna just kind of enjoy the peace and quiet and from the non-setting up and all of that. And then I think I'm gonna try to cook a steak or tteokbokki. We'll see what she wants. But I really wanted to tell people that, you know, progress isn't about where you are, it's about how you got there. And so we were debating, do we go straight to Mammoth and see the snow, or do we want to go somewhere close to home? And we said, let's try out somewhere close to home. And I think that was the best decision, because if it was snowing, we would have been miserable. We learned that we need to pack our trunk a little bit differently, so when we start setting up, it makes it a little bit easier. And so all of these little adjustments are just going to turn us into better and better campers. And hopefully that'll take us to better and better, quote unquote, exotic areas that we really want to see. All right, end of monologue. I don't know how I'm going to make this fun. I hate it when I just ramble on for 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna finally start cooking, but instead of trying to make something like really nice, you know, we're gonna save that for tomorrow. Today we're gonna have some Korean soul food. So what we have is tteokbokki. If you know what it is, you know what it is. I'm not gonna bother explaining it. And then the other thing that we have is we have ramen. Jules always brings her ramen, but she only brought one this time. So tomorrow we actually have to do some real cooking, but we're thinking like spicy food and some like spicy soup is gonna warm us up a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't ruin our stomachs. But you know what? The stars are already out. It is only 6:11, and so cooking this stuff is probably only gonna take like what, 15 minutes. We're just gonna get warmed up for the night. My DSLR is all of the batteries are just completely dying within minutes, which kind of sucks. But I did get a cool picture, very romantic, kissy picture. I might show it, I might not. It's just what we do. Don't hate. Peace. Alright, we have dinner. Nice little ramen. Tteokbokki. Oh, it's so cold. It is so cold. No. You're gonna be...
I have this warm now.
You sure? We have a little hot packy thing that Jules donated, but... Alright, this is gonna warm up so nice.
Bye.
Cheers. Alright, good morning. We slept okay. The car battery, the power supply, for some reason just keeps turning off every couple of hours. So we lost heat in the middle of the night. But luckily, we were already kind of toasty, so we didn't have to turn it back on. It is beautiful out here. You can see behind me. Wendy heard something, and I actually think there might have been like a deer outside our tent because I heard some footsteps, and there is no one around here. I'm not sure if we're going to stay another day out here because we are kind of miserable, but it's also kind of fun. We'll make some coffee, we'll make some breakfast, we'll pack up, and then on to the next site. Maybe we'll go into town, try to get a coffee. It is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Honey, I love you. Thank you.
I'm not miserable.
I'm miserable.
I'm not even cold now.
I'm miserable.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because I was... Wendy, what's wrong with you? All right, let's go walk. All right. We'll get coffee montage. Go. Good girl, finally. We can see, but the condensation has literally frozen. I don't know if you can see that. It's crazy. Never seen that before. Thanksgiving. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. This is just worth my entire cold, freezing morning. It's so good. Come here, get on camera. I want the camera to see your quick reaction. You need to turn around. It's so good.
잘 만든다. You're good.
Oh, Wendy, careful. Finally finish cooking. Wendy, don't. She's trying to go after sausage. We got sausages and bread, and we have also eggs and bread. We can't sit down because these chairs are all frozen, and if we sit down, our butts get wet. So I guess we have to learn from that. The sun is finally starting to come out. It's so beautiful out here. I guess that's a dumb picture. Now that I have coffee and I'm kind of warmed up again, I'm ready to do this again. Last night I was not ready to do this again. I even told Jules, let's just go home.
I was like, why?
But now we have breakfast. We're gonna let the sun kind of hopefully get all this condensation away from us so we don't have to pack anything wet. And we also bought some cards that I'll show you. It's Thanksgiving, so we're gonna write some cards to each other because we're romantic like that. And then we have to pack everything up, find another campsite, do it all over again, and then I have to consider, why did we stay one more night? And then I have to be magically revived by the power of my coffee.
And go home.
And then we're gonna go home
And then miss this thing again.
yeah, and then we're gonna go home, be all comfortable, and then we're gonna be like, why aren't we outside?
Circle of life.
Such is life. Back on the trail. We did learn a lot. We packed our Jeep completely differently because now we have a better idea of what we want to take out first. When we got here yesterday, it was like, where's the table? Where's the chair? Where's the headlamp? So now we packed it in a way so that we know where all of those most important things are. And I think that's just part of the journey, right? You'll never know that when you first start camping, or unless someone tells you. But Jules has taken over driving. What?
Bear.
Bear?
아니, bear 자는데. Sorry. Bear, where would they hibernate?
Are you sure?
It's a hole.
Okay.
Dip.
Jules thinks she found bear den?
Bear den.
Very different from a bear. What was I
Sorry,
talking about?
Jeep organization.
Oh yeah. And so that's just part of the growth and part of just becoming a better person, kind of, right? Just being more knowledgeable. We have no idea what the rest of this trail looks like. Yesterday we ran into some pretty hilly, rock climbing-ish kind of places that Jules was not comfortable driving up of. For me it was kind of fun, but we'll see. And it looks like we're coming up across a black
Why is that black?
trail, which is a more difficult one. So we might have to turn around.
I am turning around.
I should probably stop recording. Yes.
Yeah.
Jules has to go down like these steep climbs. Oh. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. There we go. All right. Nope, you can't see me. All right, we found our campsite. There's like, oh crap, there's something in my eye. We saw some of the other campsites had their fires raging, so we're gonna have fire tonight, which is gonna be really, really helpful for cooking and whatever. We're gonna change into our winter clothes before we get started. Oh, thank you. So we'll be a little bit warmer. It's only, what time is it? It's 3:30 now, but it's already like 37 degrees or something. It's crazy. But we're here. Setting up camp's gonna be nice and easy. And we have like a picnic table and the tire, so like we don't need, you know, it's gonna be so much easier than it was yesterday. So we had a bit of change of heart. Something felt like, okay, I felt like something about this campsite was kind of taking it like too easy, and that's not why we're out here. I feel really bad for Jules because now we're gonna have to go look for another campsite, and then we have to set up without the comfort of having like a picnic table or any of the amenities that we had. On the bright side, if we decide to camp, we can just come back here, but if I change my mind again, I think Jules might just be like, let's just go home.
I am. What's so wrong with being comfortable?
What's wrong with being comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be comfortable tomorrow, or maybe 4 hours from now.
Okay. Cut.
Are you hoping to go home?
I didn't say anything.
We'll see in the video.
Eyes on the road, honey.
Ready? Oh my gosh, that's pretty. But that's also like signifies our dude.
Where are we leaving?
Should we go back to that place with the campfire?
그게 나을 것 같나? Alright, if you think that's smart.
Or should we just pack up some of these and go? Wait, there was a campfire here.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
But there was also like,
It's fine. It's probably their dogs.
I'm just saying that too. But this is a beautiful place, honey.
Yep. We did it. We found the most beautiful flat piece of land, and there's no like trees on top of the camp ring, so we know that smoke is gonna go up. There's not that much wind either. Very little wind. It's not as foresty as before, so we're kind of open. Yesterday it was like just trees everywhere. This is definitely an open spot, which I think means we'll get sun a little bit earlier and it will get warmer earlier, hopefully, right? Yeah, but for now we're good. Anyway, we made it. Wow! Wow,
Right?
look at those mountains.
I know, that's what I say.
Wow. Wow. Is that nice? How did we find this spot? We almost went home.
엄마 아빠 걱정 다 시켜놓고서.
Alright, fire's lit. We are live. It worked. Jules did Korean food for us. I don't know if you can see that. It's gonna be so good. We got rice going. Fire's taking a while, but I think it's just taking its time to dry out. I'm glad we found this spot and we're out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tent's all set up. Wendy's probably resting, so. But pitch black. Pitch black. Go ahead. Wow, that looks so good.
Bon appetit.
That looks so good.
A lot of food.
Yeah.
Super mat.
Awesome. Best mat.
Le marron. Joke.
All right.
All right.
All right. It's 9 o'clock. It's so cold. It's like 30 degrees outside, right? Something like that. The site we were at yesterday was mid 40s, so this is much colder, and it definitely feels like that. So I really hope the car battery doesn't turn off this time. I put it in a different mode, so we'll see how that works out. I have my little scarf thing on for sleeping. We wrote each other our Thanksgiving cards. I do have a lot to say about just all of my thoughts, but then I'll just keep them with us for now. Wendy's like in there somewhere. And that's it for today. So tomorrow we'll have nice easy breakfast, pack up and get out of here, go home, unpack everything, clean everything, wash everything, including ourselves. Maybe we'll watch a nice little Thanksgiving movie, or maybe we'll do some Black Friday shopping, who knows. Probably not. Good night, y'all. I doused the campfire in water, meaning all of our logs that we haven't used up yet are pretty wet still. So what I did is I gathered up like a bunch of like small little twigs, and I put a ton of dried pine leaves in there. Hopefully it catches, because what has to happen is that the fire needs to be hot enough to start steaming the water out of the logs so that the logs can dry up and catch fire. I don't know if this will work. In a worst case, we do have a fresh log. I would rather not use that from the beginning. I'm not really worried about like the fire spreading. There's not a lot of wind, so we're pretty safe for that. But just hope this catches. Something about this campsite makes Jules help me with all the cooking and stuff. She normally doesn't do that. I think this is her first time grinding beans. I'm like genuinely surprised she knew how to put that together.
No, you said your hands were cold yesterday.
That's okay.
So bad.
We gotta come back here. Oh, that's so good. Every time. For breakfast, I'm doing some toast right now. And then we have a little bit of risotto. Jules actually dropped this thing. And I got like kind of pissed. I was like, oh, there she goes again. Now I have to actually like cook spam and make a soup. And then she was like, no, I didn't spill that much. So all she had to do was say like thank you, and she could have gotten like an actual breakfast. But no, this is risotto with chicken. I think this is gonna do better. This is something that actually does really well with water, unlike that pad thai. So I'm actually looking forward to this. And then I think the good thing about this like extra coldness is like I didn't see any condensation on the tent.
Oh, unlike yesterday?
So we don't have to like wait for it to dry out. So I think we can start packing up right away. Can't wait to get home. I'm gonna stop these monologues for now, but I can't wait to go home. I have a steak in the cooler that we never cooked, so I might cook that tonight, or if I'm lucky, we'll get In-N-Out. But I can't. Yeah, I just can't wait to use the bathroom, I guess. on the iPhone.
왜 깜짝 놀랐어.
My DSLR battery died, so I'm like pretty much just switching back and forth between cameras. But we just saw the biggest coyote that we've ever seen.
Elysian one's tiny.
And it was not that far from our camp. That's so funny. It just like walked right by our car too, wasn't even scared.
Honey, no one told me there's coyotes.
There's always coyotes.
Honey, they're always only warned about bears. Wendy.
Yeah, I told you, coyotes are probably way more of a threat than bears. Yep, she's freaking out now.
No, is that?